Dr. Zahir Qazi, the President of Anjuman Islam, will address the gathering. ज़हनतों को जुमलों में तब्दील कर देने का सलीका, जाने वाली शख्सियत, अवाम को अपनी गुफ्तगू से मजीद ज़हीन बना देने का शऊर रखने वाली शख्सियत, गुफ्तगू में बसीरतों को तब्दील करने वाली शख्सियत, डॉक्टर ज़हीर काजी. He is the Honorable President of Anjuman Islam. He is an eminent radiologist, sonologist and cardiologist in Mumbai. He is one of the pioneer doctors in the introduction of ultrasound in India and has been trained in USA. We are aware that he is presently the President of Anjuman Islam, the largest minority social educational conglomerate in the country, with more than 93 institutions and more than 110,000 students studying across diversified faculties. He has been the recipient of various awards in the field of education and medicine. He has been a keynote speaker at various national and international conferences. Let's listen to the Honorable President of Anjuman Islam, Dr. Zahir Qazi.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Namaskar, good evening. Very distinguished Governor of Maharashtra, His Excellency Vidyasagar Rao ji, who we had the privilege of having him about 5 years ago in the same auditorium when we celebrated 75 glorious years of the first girls' school of Anjuman Islam. We have with us also our own Mr. Ashish Shelar, who is the Minister for Education. In his constituency, we have a number of institutions. He is a friend of Anjuman, and in spite of his very busy schedule and a short notice, he made it a point to be here. And we have with us a very dynamic Vice Chancellor of SNDT. We have also with us the Acting Consul General of Saudi Arabia. We have also in the audience Vice Consul of United States of America and consulates from various countries here. The distinguished gathering, you have turned out in large numbers. I could see you represent every nook and corner of Mumbai and Maharashtra. That goes to tell us that you inspire us, you support the initiative of Anjuman Islam. Your Excellency, this institution started way back in 1874, 1 year prior to the establishment of Aligarh Muslim University. We had a very humble beginning with 3 teachers and 120 students. Alhamdulillah, today we are 100,000 plus 10,000 students. And in last 145 years, we have proved beyond doubt that this is minority managed institution which is secular and inclusive in every aspect. An institution which walks the talk. The founding fathers were in jails for many years. To remember 2 of them are office bearers. One of them was the President of Anjuman, the other Vice President. Mr. Moinuddin Harris was in jail in Everwada, Pune jail during freedom struggle. Mr. Mustafa Faqih was also in jail during freedom struggle. And there are many of them who participated. So it's an institution of the ones who were in the forefront in the freedom of struggle of India. And today that legacy we are carrying forward. The first school at VT was started with merely 120 students. And that school, 6 years after its inception, we had a hostel in the premises unheard of in the island city of Mumbai. A secondary school with in-house hostel which goes to speak to say that it is a residential school. The founding fathers were visionaries when the first education policy was to be made by the Britishers then in 1880. Our founding fathers formulated a policy which was accepted in toto as a policy for the future in the country. Those were the visionaries. Anjuman has many things to its credit. The first midday meal, which we are talking about, was started way back in 1901. Because the young ones would come with empty stomach. And how would they study? So the process of giving them breakfast and meal was started by them. Your Excellency, the first artisan school in India was started in Anjuman Islam in 1901 at Sabu Siddiq campus, where those weaving machines were brought, the ones which are seen at Ichal Karanji and Maregaon and so on and so forth. And subsequently in 1945, that turned out to be first technical school in that state of Bombay. The first girls' school started little late in the day, way back in 1937, about 77 years ago, at Bombay Central, and immediately a year later, another girls' school was started in Bandra. You will be happy to know the first principal of the girls' school was a Jewish lady by name Miss Sampson. The vice principal of that institute was Miss Barucha, a parson. And the head teacher was Saraswat, Maharashtrian Saraswat Brahman, Miss Parulekar. These three ladies had no knowledge what Urdu is all about, and they started Urdu medium school for the Muslim girls. This is the inclusiveness that we are talking about. And the Bandra school where our Honorable Minister resides, and that school is being helped a lot by him. The first principal was Miss Mathai, a Catholic lady, came all the way from Kerala. And she trained young Muslim girls. Those were the days of Parda system. It was so difficult. These ladies would go to the houses and drag the girls, in fact. We went on, and in 1946 we had schools at Kurla, 1947 we had schools at Dotaki, at Nagpada, and so on and so forth. Thereafter, the Anjuman thought that we should go from school education to higher education and see their vision, sir. We are talking today of skill development. They started first polytechnic, Sabu Siddiq Engineering Polytechnic in 1958, inaugurated by the then Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Thereafter, the first college was Akbar Pirbhai College in 1968 of Commerce. Then Anjuman started thinking in terms of going for higher and professional education. We had college for education, we had college for catering, we had college for business management, we had college for engineering, we had college for Unani medicine, on, and it went on. Thereafter, a decade later that we are into the act, Anjuman has grown in leaps and bounds. One of the shining examples, not for Mumbai, but the whole country, is integrated technical campus at New Panvel, where we have a College of Engineering, Architecture, Pharmacy, and Polytechnic. And the Polytechnic is the second largest in Maharashtra. As of now today, Your Excellency, we have 6,000 exclusive technical students there. This has been rated by AICTE as one of the finest institutions. As a Chancellor of Mumbai University, you will be very proud. We have about some 62 odd engineering colleges in the university. This engineering college and pharmacy college at Panvel is just 8-year-old. They had not even finished 5 years. And the rule of the university is you need to have 2 output batches coming out, that means 7 years. Mumbai University insisted that this PG program, in tune with the Prime Minister's policy in civil engineering, was allotted to Anjuman literally. And we bagged it We designed the syllabus. It is in the history of Mumbai University in 5 years' time that you got post-graduation. And can you imagine, a year later, the Dean of Technology of Mumbai University puts it in the Senate of meeting that we need to give PhD to Anjuman Kalsikar Engineering College. Unheard of. And it was granted. We have registered 10 people for PhD. During last 10 years, we have had 3 research centers allotted by Bombay University, which is a huge, huge achievement. The Commerce College has 10 PhD program, College for Business Management has 10 PhD programs, and Engineering College has 10 PhD program. In the decade, we have tried to consolidate what we had. In the same institutions, we have added new buildings, we have added threefold entry points for the students, and thereby the number of entry of many young ones has increased threefold. And today, Anjuman, in the eyes of the statutory authority, be it the companies, be it Charity Commissioner or Government of India, one of the organizations that follows all the norms meticulously. And today, mashallah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the financial condition of Anjuman is very rosy. And therefore, in the next 5 years, we intend to start integrated health campus comprising of college for MBBS, college for dentistry, college for nursery, college for Ayurveda, college for homeopathy and paramedical courses. It will be ready full-fledged in 5 years from now. And on this occasion, I take the liberty to thank my donors and philanthropists. None of these expansion programs are possible without their support system. 2 of the eminent families, the Allanas and the Kalsikars, have been in the forefront in this. I must thank all of them from the stage. A very important thing about Anjuman Islam. Apart from education, it does a lot of social service. His Excellency, we manage 2 girls' orphanages, one in Mumbai and one in Pune. We give them quality education and we get them married too, and we settle them. So our concept those days was Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao or Beti Basao. We get them married. And last but not the least, since time is a constraint, I am supposed to concise everything in 10 minutes, which is next to impossible. But I would add up saying that in this institution, not a single student goes away because he hasn't got no money to pay. I make an honest confession to you, sir. Only 30% of the students are able to pay their fees either in installment and regularly. The rest, there is subsidy from government scholarships, from Anjuman's trust and philanthropy. I may not hesitate for a moment to announce that this year we have distributed 16 crores of rupees to the students who can't afford the fee. Anjuman also has a public school at Panchgani, which is one of the oldest institutions, where we intend to start centers for skill development, which could be residential centers of its kind in India. And last but not the least, in tune with the policies of the Prime Minister of India, Digital India, Make in India, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Startup Cities, Your Excellency, you will be happy to know that we got 3rd position at the National Hackathon competition. Our batch from Shabu Siddiq Engineering College got the 3rd position in India out of 40,000 students. They developed an app for safety of railway passengers. And I had the great privilege of speaking to the Honorable Prime Minister for nearly 15 minutes, and I narrated to him. He was so happy about it. And he was happy about it because the team comprises of 5 people, of which 4 are girls and 1 boy. What is the message? Anjuman is promoting the education of girls. Only thing is, you need to give them the opportunities. There is tremendous talents. Anjuman is also known, Your Excellency, for empowerment of women. Out of my 97 institutions, 85 are lady principals. It is Anjuman Islam, remember. There is a misconception about our ladies. So Anjuman is moving in the direction that the country is in tune. And in fact, last but not the least, the alumni of Anjuman Islam. You take the film industry. Mr. Dilip Kumar, recipient of 5th Padma Vibhushan, you were present when you honored him at his residence. He was a part of the film industry. Mr. Kader Khan, Mr. Tabassum, Miss Sureka, who won the gold medal, President's gold medal. We have test cricketers, Wasim Jafar, Salim Durrani, Gulam Parkar, many Ranji Trophy players. This is sports. If you look at the corporates, we have people, including our own General Secretary who is sitting here, 90-year-old young man. He is retired as Managing Director of Tata's Voltas International. Mr. Asad Pathan was the Chairman of Indian Oil Corporation and group of Tata companies. He has a special assignment given by the Prime Minister of India. He is a student of Anjuman Islam. There are doctors, there are engineers in the United States of America. Many CEOs are Anjumanites. There is one young student here, sir, who is present in the audience. He came from a humble beginning. His father was selling breads. He studied in an Urdu medium school, then he went to engineering college, went to United States, went to Harvard, worked very hard, came back. He has got an Octaware company with 700 engineers employed with him. And the Prime Minister, when he took the delegation to Africa 6 months ago, of all CEOs, he was one of the 40 CEOs. He asked him, "You are from Anjuman?" And I probably remembered me. And 2 months ago, a delegation was taken to Bolivia, business delegation by the President of India. This young man, he's in the audience, he's just 45 plus. He was made the leader of the delegation where the CEOs from Tata's, Birlas, everyone was there. What does it mean? It means that this country is the best country for the minorities in the world. They have equal opportunities, and having those equal opportunities, there are very many talented of them. Anjuman will remain committed to the cause of education and to the cause of the country. Heard me for such a long time. Thank you very much. God bless all of you, and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zahir Qazi, for enlightening us about Anjuman Islam. Truly, those were golden words spoken. Well, now it's time to